Hey guys, this year is finally coming to an end, and that means we're about to get a ton of end of year lists. So I figured, why not join the party? This video, I'm going to give you guys my top 10 favorite game experiences of 2020. That doesn't mean my list of top 10 games that came out this year, just my favorite experiences of 2020. You know, to make things a little more clear, I could put on this list Ride to Hell Retribution. This is a game that came out in 2013 and was mixed reviews, I would say. But if I played it this year, A, and B, I really liked it, I could put it on this list. But don't worry, it's not on this list. It's so far from this list that you couldn't even believe it. But anyway, guys, I'm really excited to get into this video. If you're new to my channel, definitely think about subscribing. But in the meantime, grab your favorite snack. Nom, 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 nom. Enjoy the video, and here we go! Starting at number 10, I have to go to Super Mario 3D All-Stars. This is a game that I've really been playing my whole life, but just came out again. Back in September for Super Mario's big 35th anniversary. It was a pleasure playing through Mario 64 and Mario Galaxy on the Switch in HD. I mean, I got through Mario Sunshine 2, but I really love playing these 3D platformers. They certainly are the best, and I cannot wait to play Mario's next 3D adventure. I love indie games, and I even love it better when one really surprises me, and A Short Hike really just did that. I didn't even hear about this game up into the Nintendo Direct a few months back. A Short Hike is a mixture of Animal Crossing and 3D sandbox game. This game doesn't last longer than a few hours, and that's perfect length. You know, you go on a short adventure, and it really captures your imagination, and it's so fun meeting all these characters. If you haven't heard of A Short Hike, I definitely recommend you checking it out. I think it's super cheap at the eShop right now. Hey, forget about it. That's right, Mafia Definitive Edition really surprised me. I mean, when I first playing it, the first thing I noticed was, wow, these graphics are amazing. But this is the remake of a game that's almost 20 years old. Granted, a lot of this game is still archaic, like the driving and shooting, but the mission variety really engaged me. The plot was awesome. I mean, and the story, it was really like a Mafia TV show come to life. I was able to score this game on Black Friday, I think for half off. I think I was able to get this for 30 bucks. So if you're into, you know, an old school third-person shooter with a great story, definitely think about picking up Mafia Definitive Edition. Coming in at number 7 is Animal Crossing New Horizon. This game came out right when the pandemic hit. This is when we were trapped inside, pretty nervous about the future, and just needed something, an outlet to let us relax and play with our friends. And it was perfect timing for this Animal Crossing game. It allowed us to, you know, play with our friends, experience nature, do activities, just things we just weren't able to do. Some people say that Animal Crossing is 2020, but I think 2020 is Animal Crossing. Another game that surprised me is coming in at number 6, and that's Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I mean, I was never really a huge Pikmin fan. I played it a little bit when I was younger, but not really into it. So when Nintendo released a demo, I said, sure, I'll play this demo. So I played the demo, and it really sunk its claws into me, and I was like, you know what, I need to buy this game. So good on you, Nintendo. Good marketing. I really like this game. You know, it's a good exploration game, some puzzle solving, time management. Pikmin are super cute, a good story. The game isn't too long, good graphics. I'm just going on and on about how much I like this game. It's not a perfect game. There's some things I don't like. Sometimes you're not really sure what you're supposed to be doing at a given time, but I really had a great time playing this game. And it was one of those games that I just kept on wanting to play one more day. Pikmin 3 Deluxe, definitely a game that I needed in 2020. Naughty Dog is one of my favorite publishers. I've played every single game they've ever come out with, but never back to back. So when Black Friday 2019 came around and I was able to get the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, part 1, 2, and 3 for 9 bucks, I said, sure, I'll get this game, put it in my backlog, and probably never played it. You know, but January came along, feeling a little lonely, a little sad, a little depressed, looking for a game to play. So I picked up Uncharted, these games, and started playing them one after another. I've never played Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 back to back, and it was a great experience. In part 1, seeing how Uncharted started out. Part 2, really seeing the evolution of the gameplay, seeing how the platforming and combat got better. And then part 3, more of Part 2. These three are some of the best games ever made, especially Uncharted Part 2, and in January of 2020, it just hit the spot perfectly for me. Number 4 might be the biggest surprise for me on this list, and that's Super Mario World. I played this game maybe 20 times in my life, but not in years. So when Super Mario's big 35th anniversary was announced, and they announced that the original Mario All-Stars was coming to the Switch, I said, hey, maybe I'll just play a few levels, you know, this is a fun game, I don't have anything to do right now. And it hooked me in and sucked me in so quickly. Super Mario World is a masterpiece. It is a masterpiece of platforming. It is a masterpiece of level design. This is a game that might be the best 2D platformer ever made. So when this game was re-released on the Switch, I planned to play for an hour, and I spent 2 glorious nights in the middle of September just crushing this game. There's so many mysteries to solve, challenges to beat, ghost houses to pull your hair out trying to figure out. If you haven't played this 2D platformer and you're into Mario games, what are you doing? My third favorite gaming experience of 2020 was Ghost of Tsushima. This is an open world that is truly magnificent. Magnificent in the structure and magnificent in the graphics. Usually when an open world game comes out, I either love it or I get this open world fatigue where there's too much going on, so I don't want to do any of it. But in Ghost of Tsushima, they made it so it's really your own journey. I got the same feels from Ghost of Tsushima as I did a few years back when I played Breath of the Wild. It was truly one of these games where I kept wanting to explore more, you know, build my character better, explore the story, and it was just eye candy. This game is freaking amazing looking. It might be the best looking game on the PlayStation 4, and I can't wait to see what the next gen port of this game really looks like. Coming in at number 2 is another Naughty Dog game, and that's Last of Us Part 2. This game is something else. Last of Us Part 1 is a very special game for me personally. It's a game I played a few times and really love these characters, like a lot. Joel and Ellie meant a lot to me, as much as any other video game characters ever. That's why Last of Us Part 2 was so moving to me. There were parts when I played Last of Us Part 2 where I actually had to put the controller down, take a deep breath, almost shed a tear. This game is intense. I'm not going to get into it at all because this game just came out. But it's an intense game and absolutely beautiful game as well. I said for Ghost of Tsushima, that might be one of the best looking games ever made. But Last of Us 2 might be right up there, if not beating it. If you just look at this game, you look at some of the plants and wildlife, it looks so realistic. Last of Us Part 2 is amazing, but I definitely recommend you playing the first one first. I mean, you can't make a top 10 list without giving some honorable mentions, right? And this year, there's a few games that deserve to be honorable mentions, but the two that, you know, I think people will remember for a long time is 1, Fall Guys. This is an insane multiplayer game. Reminds me of these like Japanese TV shows where people are jumping off things and bouncing into walls. But anyway, this game really just like blew up the internet. There were so many memes and everybody was playing it. And people were like going crazy for this game, and then all of a sudden they just stopped playing it and everybody moved on to Among Us. This is another fun game. I mean, what can I say about this game that hasn't already been said? You go around, you try to figure out who the bad guy is. If you're the bad guy, you try to trick other people. I mean, with the announcement that Among Us is coming to the Switch, its popularity is about to burst up again, and I can't wait for Fall Guys to come to the Switch too. It's just a matter of time. These are two games that are going to be remembered as 2020 games for sure. And the number 1 game that I had the best experience with this year has to be Spider-Man Miles Morales. When I play video games, I want to have a smile on my face. I want to have a good time. I want to have fun. And Spider-Man Miles Morales provided me with all of those things. The original Spider-Man came out in 2018 and I absolutely loved it. There was a little padding in that game, some things that were annoying, some annoying puzzles. But at Miles Morales, all those things were cut out and it was just straight go from point A to point B, action, 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 some side quests here and there. Granted, I wish it was longer, but this isn't a review of Spider-Man Miles Morales. This is my best experience for 2020, and I just had so much fun playing this game. I couldn't put the controller down even when it became midnight, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Eventually, I had to force myself to stop playing, but I would wake up the next day thinking about this game. Can't wait to get my chores over with, work over with, put my son to sleep so I could play more Miles Morales. I love where this series is going. I love Spider-Man. I love the feel of the gadgets. I love the web swinging. That's why it was my favorite gaming experience of 2020. Okay. I know I just listed a shit ton of games right there, but what I really want to know is what were your favorite gaming experiences of 2020? Did you love playing Among Us or Fall Guys? Were you more into Last of Us Part 2? Were you more into Miles Morales? Was there some game from 20 years ago that you just started replaying again and you loved? Was it Mario Kart 64? Was it the original Splinter Cell? Let me know what games you've been playing in 2020 that you actually love, that you couldn't put down. They could be old, they could be new, they could be anywhere in between, but I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. Maybe I'll pick up that game too. Anyway guys, leave a comment down in the comment section. I'll be sure to get back to you. I get back to everybody. Also, I am doing a giveaway of Super Mario 3D World Deluxe and Bowser's Fury. All the information for that you can find right here, but that giveaway doesn't end for another month or two, so you still have some time to enter. Anyway, guys, I live stream twice a week, and that's every Tuesday and Thursday. Make discussion videos, prediction videos, anything like that. So don't forget to sub, hit that like button so next time I go live with content, you get it right away. Guys, I'm Turbo Jesse. I'll see you on the flip side.